The Avs are buzzing right now with energy, and so is the fan base. There are a lot of positive vibes going around in the locker room as the Avs move forward for another cup. And Gabe Landeskog has more encouraging news to share. It has just been so great over these last few months to just have my predictions blown away and seeing the captain and handsomest captain in the entire NHL just come back to play in round one. And he has actually been confirmed for an option for all of round one. So it is confirmed he is back. He is going to play an NHL game here very soon. How is it going, Avs Nation? This is Avalanche Digest, and we're going to get right into the news. So this was Gabe Landeskog earlier, just practicing on the ice. This was an optional practice they did right before the game. It's actually, I think, going on right now still. And really, the only things being confirmed here are what we already know. So Blackwood is going to be the Avs goalie, and Ottinger is going to be the Dallas Stars goalie. Shocker, right? And really, we're kind of just looking at the final lineups that we already know from yesterday. We're going to go over that too, and some pretty shocking news that happened to the Dallas Stars as well. Their injury troubles are just happening and just rolling on and on. They are a train of injuries, and that is rare to say for a Dallas Stars team that's been healthy the entire time. And honestly, it's so great to see Landeskog back too. This is actually what Matt Duchene had to say about that whole situation.
It's been a lot of attention on Gabriel Landeskog and his comeback. Just what are your thoughts on that, and having known him and been and all that?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're still pretty good buds, and our wife. His wife was my wife's maid of honor in our wedding. I mean, we're close to the Landeskogs, and you know what? Him coming back. I mean, it's so great. I'm rooting for him. Obviously, if he's playing against us, I hope he plays well, but doesn't have the effect against us. Obviously, but I'm just so happy that he's hopefully making a comeback here, and he deserves it.
And that's just awesome to see. And indeed, he's been conferred for an option of all of round one. It seems like they're not going to play him game one, possibly game two, or they might even wait for him to play his first NHL game back in game three, which would be the first game in Denver. And talk about a crowd pop that would be. How loud would it possibly get? And just to show the spirit and the vibes and just the leadership that Gabe Landeskog brings to this team. I mean, take a look at this quote from his own journal. I mean, he said, "Oh, that's interesting. Nobody's ever recovered from this type of injury and went on to play sports again. I'll be the first. You watch." And amazing to see. And that's great vibes heading into the playoffs. And that first game does start tonight at 8:30. So Eastern time. So 6:30 Colorado time, 7:30 Dallas time for everybody else. And really, one of the biggest and most shocking pieces of news to come out was this about Jason Robertson. You can see right here that Jason Robertson is still week to week with that lower body injury he suffered in the final regular season game. And that is just so unfortunate and really horrible management at every level of the front office. I mean, he's going to miss game one. And honestly, the way he was limping, the way he was playing, he hasn't even touched the ice yet. He's not going to be ready for game two. I highly doubt he'll even be ready for game three. If he plays game four, I would have some serious questions about his health right now. But as you can see, players are just on the American Airline ice right now. That's kind of what everyone's doing, just getting ready. These are the projected lines, and indeed you can see no Robertson. This is from Sam Nestler. He's part of the Dallas All-City Networks, so he has great reports on what's going on with Dallas. You can kind of see what's going on behind enemy lines and just really get an idea of what's happening on the Dallas Stars side of things. And even without Robertson, it's such an incredibly deep lineup for the Colorado Avalanche. But really, with these injuries, the Avs need to take advantage of these early games, especially because Miro Heiskanen has now been ruled to be day-to-day. And really, I don't believe this for a second. I think if Miro Heiskanen comes back anytime in the first 3 games, I would have some serious doubts. I don't think he'll play round one at all. And I don't think he should. I mean, like I said, he has knee surgery in late February, and you're telling me 2 months later he's all good to play pro sports? I don't know a single human being that can have a knee surgery 2 months ago and then just be fine and walking around like nothing happened. That's just, and even with the athletic surgeries and all the new age stuff they have, that is just not possible. And we're looking at possibly more asset mismanagement by the Dallas Stars front office, rushing players back, potentially harming their bodies even more. I mean, that is just not good, and you don't want to see that happen to players. But really, all this talk about the Colorado Avalanche and the great lineup made me think back, and I saw this graphic kind of come back into mind about game one of last year's series against the Dallas Stars, which didn't end the best for the Avs. But really, this was the game one lineup. You had Zach Parise, line two. Logan O'Connor was out with injury. Jonathan Drouin missed the entire first round. And you look at it now and you realize the Avs not only took the Dallas Stars to game six, even after what happened to Nichushkin and that whole fiasco, but also made it close. And they have a much better lineup today. I mean, look at the offense. There are no holes in this lineup. Yoel Kiviranta famously had a hat trick against the Colorado Avalanche when he was a Dallas Star. So really, I mean, you're looking at guys that can be playoff dogs when the time comes, and they absolutely will. And add in the supercharging effect that the Avs have with adding Gabe Landeskog, this roster is primed to go on a run. I think they're going to beat Dallas. I'm not afraid of Winnipeg, and we're probably going to see a Western Conference final with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. Just how fun would that be? This is the defense for tonight. They chose to go with way more of a big body approach. Obviously, you got Manson in there, Eric Johnson, Ryan Lindgren. They're going for that like big physical grindy type of vibe instead of bringing in a guy like Sam Malinski. Now, I do expect Sam Malinski to draw into games pretty quickly here. Honestly, he could play the next one if all things go well. But really, by the way, that confirmation that Landeskog would play all of game one also came from Jesse Montano. He's on Guerrilla Sports, also a great podcast that follows the Avs. Definitely give those guys a follow over there. They're just doing great work all the time. And really, you compare the last two Avs rosters, and it's night and day. I mean, even our resident villain, Pete DeBoer, had this to say, that the Colorado team here is way different than the team we played last year. I don't think you can carry much over from the last year's playoffs. And absolutely, I mean, look at this lineup from last season against the Colorado Avalanche. I mean, the depth there ends 6 forwards in at Middlestat. I mean, you had Zach Parise, who was admirable in the Jet series, but really fell off as time went on. He was an older guy. He was not meant to play a top 6 role, and unfortunately, he was just made to because of all the injuries. And now we have Charlie Coyle in there instead. We have so many different guys. So instead of having to call up some not the best depth options, you've got Ross Colton slotting in, who's been great in the first half and the last half of the season. So he's got momentum heading into the playoffs. And really, the fact that Charlie Coyle is there to anchor that third line and be a good, strong physical presence, as well as Brock Nelson. Really, we've seen guys slot into Nelson and Coyle, especially down the stretch when the Avs were resting guys, and they were playing great. I mean, Miles Wood, Gabriel Landeskog, and Jimmy Vesey, all 3 NHLers. We're not even talking about 14 forward, we got to call in some AHL guys. No, that's the guys are so deep. 13, 14, and 15 are all bona fide great NHL players. I mean, we saw Miles Wood slot into Charlie Coyle here just a little bit ago, and he played amazing next to him. They complement each other so well. And this lineup is built to take injuries. It's built to keep going forward. This defense is built to do damage. It is so much better than the Dallas Stars defense, which is just exposed. It's missing Heiskanen and Nails Lundqvist. It is really just not served to help their defense play and to help their offense then produce, which is what they're built to do, a lot like the Avs. And the Avs are in so much more of a better position to do some damage in these playoffs. They're built to go on a long run, and I just cannot wait
It's been a lot of it
to happen. And we are just going to be following it all the way here. This is your preview right before the series starts. We're going to be covering this entire series as it goes forward. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tune in and have a good one, Avs Nation.